Hey friends, Kris back with Through the Prism of Kris. I'm so glad to have you with me today. Starting a brand new series. I think we're going to enjoy it. Teaching from Psalm 141 verse 3 for a text where David said, "Set a watch, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the door of my lips." I want to speak this week on watch your mouth. Why don't you tell somebody in the room or the car, wherever you're at, watch your mouth. I was thinking about using the title, Me and My Big Mouth, but I found out that one was taken because Joyce Meyer has a book by that title. But let's learn some truths this week on the power of our words and the power of our tongue. First of all, you're the gatekeeper, so you need to know when to shut the door, when to shut the gate. Do you realize that your tongue is a little felon? It's a prisoner. It's chained to the throat by a big old muscle. It's got 32 ivory prison bars, do you see them? To lock this little prisoner in place, and then a set of exterior razor wire silencers outside gates to keep it shut. And yet with all that apparatus chained to the throat, ivory prison bars and lips, it still manages occasionally to do a little jailbreak and run through town and assault and assassinate and gossip and say bad confessions. We need to learn how to shut the gate. You know, Paul said in Ephesians 4 verse 29, "Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth." Don't even let it proceed. Catch it mid-sentence. Hold your horses. Shut the barn doors. And then second, put a bridle on it. If the horse does get loose, at least you can tame your tongue. You can put a bridle in it and change its direction. I like James 3 and verse 2. James said, "If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle about the whole body." You can take a horse, 800 pounds, 1,000 pounds, 1,500 pound workhorse, put a little tiny bit in its mouth, and you can pivot it, you can turn it on a dime and cause it to change direction. You want to turn around in your family, you want to turn things around in your business, your home, your life, then do it with the words that you speak. In fact, Psalm 39 and verse 1, David said, "I'll bridle my tongue while the wicked is before me." That's important because the devil's listening to your words, and you give him ammunition that he'll turn around and accuse you with if you don't get control and bridle your tongue. Number 3, you need to watch your mouth because your mouth conditions your mind. What you speak, what you believe, determines how you behave. I like Psalm 107 verse 2. David said, "Let the redeemed of the Lord say so." Hey, if it is so, say so. Joel 3 and verse 10, "Let the weak say, I am strong." Hebrews 13 and 6, that we may boldly say, "The Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me." Those confessions condition the way we think. You know, Matthew 9 and verse 21, the woman of the issue of blood said within herself, that is self-talk, it's very important. She said within herself, "If I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole." Now I know that the touch was powerful, virtue came out, but her confession was every bit as much important because your mouth conditions your mind. And then number 4, we have too many motor mouths, not enough mighty mouths. What do you mean by that? Our pastor in Branson, Keith Moore, said there are people that have Mach 1 mouths and moped minds. In other words, they talk as fast as a cheetah, but they think as slow as a tortoise. Listen, there's some people that are so smart that they say things they haven't even thought of yet. You need to think before you speak. And then finally, I want to tell you that there is a miracle in your mouth. What do you mean? Joel Osteen, everybody knows Joel Osteen, but do you know his father, John Osteen? He was one of the pioneer Pentecostal men of faith. I read a little booklet that he wrote. He titled it, "There's a Miracle in Your Mouth." It's taken from Matthew 17 and 27, where Jesus told Peter to go fishing, and the first fish that you catch, open its mouth, and you'll find a silver coin. Take that and pay your taxes. Well, let me tell you something. If I could go fishing this week and get you to study God's word with me, and then get you to open your mouth in positive confession, you'll find there's a silver coin. There's impact, there's leverage, there's power. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. So learn to speak what God speaks. Let me tell you something as I close. There's a miracle in your mind, see it. There's a miracle in your money, sow it. But there's a miracle in your mouth, say it. And if you want to sway it, you got to learn to say it. Be with us every day. Share this with some friends. Let's get the word out because we're going to have a great time this week talking about watch your mouth. See you tomorrow.